Hey guys, it's Ariana BTR25 here. I know I haven't done a lot of videos recently, and on my last one I said I was leaving YouTube, so I figured I might as well address all this in a video, along with what Angie had us do. She did this 50 questions tag. Sorry, I'm readjusting my hair as I'm doing this. She did a 50 questions tag, and she tagged me in it. So I figured I would respond back to all that because I just got back from vacation yesterday. I have to go and I have to run a couple errands. So I'll make this video. It's going to be kind of long. The last time I tried recording it, it was close to 18 minutes. So we are going to upload this, and then I have to do a couple things. So I have a list of things in front of me, my green note card matching my green ensemble. So I'm going to take care of all that, do my 50 questions, and I will let you know actually where I'm writing now compared to where it's on YouTube. But first things first, most people, actually anybody on YouTube doesn't know what my real name is. My real name is Katie. Most people assumed that I was going by Ariana or Genevieve just based on that was the name I went under in my stories. The main reason that I did that was because my parents don't know about this account. They still don't. And I didn't want my name being out there, so if they had some psychotic moment and they searched me on Google, they couldn't find this account. So it's not even under my name still, but my name is Katie. I'm not offended if you called me Genevieve or Ariana. I really like those names, which is why I chose them. So that is basically the main reason behind that, but my name is Katie if you want to call me that. The reason I'm no longer writing on YouTube, back in, I do believe it was January, I stopped writing because I had a lot of school stuff going on. I was very busy, and I really couldn't do much anymore. It's like I was falling behind in school. I wasn't doing too good in any of my classes, and I just needed to get away so that I could focus on my schoolwork. And while I was away, I started actually writing on fanfiction.net. And I really like that now because I have so much more freedom with how many characters I can use. So I can write a lot longer stories. Like, I uploaded parts of Why I Love You that I have on here. Sorry, I'm canceling it. But I uploaded parts of it, and I only had about 500 words per chapter. Whereas my new stories that I'm writing on fanfiction, I have about at least 2,000 words a chapter. I try and get it up to that minimum that I like, personally. You can do a lot less. But I'm basically moving over there because I have a lot more freedom for writing. And it gives me a lot more space to get all my thoughts out. So I like it a lot better than what I did on YouTube. So I'm going to keep my YouTube channel up. So what I have written won't be deleted. I might use this for random purposes. Like the last video I uploaded was me and my friends wishing James a happy birthday. I have this update video. I might do a couple things from college since I'm going off to college in the fall. So you might actually meet my roommate in one of these videos. But that is kind of the only use for my YouTube channel besides keeping up with stories that I like to read. So there isn't much to go along with it. So my fanfiction page. I have the same username, Ariana BTR25. In the description, I have linked my profile. So you guys can go onto my profile, read my stories and stuff. I have 6 stories. One of them is Why I Love You off of here. I only have 12 chapters of it up. And then I labeled it complete. I'm not going to keep uploading it. It's not up to my standard of writing, and I don't want to try and write my nice long chapters and then have to go and shorten and write in a certain format for this one. I want to keep my writing style similar, even though it differs a little bit between both stories. I just want to keep an idea going. Sorry if you hear people talking in the background. There's construction going on down my street. So if you hear anything weird, it's probably the dudes outside. But I just want to just like, because they were just really loud, and I don't know if it was picked up on my microphone. If it wasn't, then I just talked randomly for no good reason. But if they did, then you know why. I also have Victor Rush playing right now, so you can hear that as well, possibly. Fanfiction update. I'm going to do that here since I know I have a couple readers here on my YouTube page, such as Angie and a couple other people. Krista and Brenna, I think. I'm not sure if you're subscribed to me, and I don't think I'm subscribed to you either, but I know you guys create accounts to review my stories. What do you see? My one story. I'm working on that all this week, and until it's done, I have I'm a good majority of the way done with the one chapter I wanted to get done. And then I have one or two more. I think two after this. The one after the one I'm gonna post hopefully this chapter by the end of the week. But after that one, it's gonna be really, really long. I know that for a fact right now. It's gonna be a really super long chapter and then kind of a super short one where it kind of leads into the sequel that I'm gonna have after this. And then after that, I'm going to be doing Nightmare. That's a story I wrote for Angela, and I am going to get that done. I have the next 6 chapters planned out, and then I don't know where I'm going after that, but I know how I'm going to end it, Angela. So it's going to be really good. And then what I am doing after that, I'm hopefully going to write a sequel to What Do You See? Because I know if you've read my story, there's one person in there, her name is Danny. She's one of my best friends in the world. I love her so much. She is, sorry, TV just distracted me. Lost my train of thought. I promised her I'd finish up this part of the story by the end of the summer, and then I would start the sequel to it. Because in my story she's a ghost, if that spoils anything. I don't know. I just how all the other ghosts in my stories died except for her. And I promised her that I didn't say I'd write the sequel, but I told her that in the sequel we'll find out how she dies. So that way, get that all taken care of, and then do that after finishing up Nightmare, and then after doing the sequel, which I still have yet to name, I'm going to do kind of a spin-off of Nightmare. It's going to be like what happens after the end of the story. Like if you've read any part of it, you know my character Genevieve and James have been dating for 5, almost 6 years now. And it's kind of how they got up to that point. But there's going to be one huge difference in the story. And I'm going to stop talking about it because if I'm not careful, I'm going to spoil it really bad. Because I'm really happy with the way I have this going to the ending. So, that's about it for fanfiction. Also, as you know, I have 3 one-shots besides Why I Love You up there. The 2 off of YouTube I'll always remember, which I did for Sporty Flocka at Christmas, and Beautiful Christmas, actually, which I did for Fruity Girl 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, I think. I'm not quite sure what the numbers are there, but I did that for her at around Christmas time as well, because she's the only one who entered one of my contests. So that is in there as well. And then when they don't have up on YouTube, it's Angela, I Love You, which I really like. I wrote that a while ago, and it was too long for YouTube, so I put that up there. I have a Twitter account. If you want to get in touch with me about anything on Twitter, I have the link to my profile as well. So if you just want to follow me, tweet me about any of my stories, anything that you have questions about, go ahead and do that. I'll check it every day. I'll get back to you as soon as possible on that. Let's see. The stories that I'm in on YouTube, I'm not completely abandoning that. I still check my YouTube every day. I still read a lot of stories on YouTube. A couple by BTR Creative Writer. I'm really hoping Christy updates The Best Thing I Ever Had soon, because that was the reason I started YouTube. Was I read the Love at First Sight series, and I absolutely loved it, and I wanted to do it. So I'm hoping she updates that soon. I really want to read it. And a lot of Angie's stories I am reading. So I'm really hoping she updates those as well. I know she has a fan fiction as well, which is something that I'm keeping up with as well. So, but I will still comment, I will still read, and I'll do that. And now the main reason that I did this video was because Angie tagged me in her 50 questions. And I'm sorry, I don't know who subscribed to me anymore on YouTube. So I don't know. I only know who I'm subscribed to. My mom told me I had to clean out like all my email accounts, like everything, and I deleted almost everything that came off of YouTube, including all my emails telling me who subscribed to me. So I'm sorry I'm not tagging anyone at the end of this, but I will do all 50 questions and everything and get that all taken care of. But green index card, check. And now on to my questions, which I have a full sheet of paper sitting in front of me. Number 1, what is your favorite season? Because I live in Wisconsin, fall would have to be my favorite. It's not cool, like we have a cool spring here, where it takes us until about May to actually really kind of warm up into the 70s, which is really nice in Wisconsin when you come from like 10 degrees in the middle of winter, if you've never lived this far north. Um, so that's nice. The colors change so gorgeously up here. I have like 20 trees in my yard, and they all change colors. Sure, it's a lot of work in the middle of fall when you have to rake all the leaves up, but I absolutely love watching the colors change to all the oranges and yellows and reds, and I've seen a purple tree before, so it's all gorgeous. But my favorite or dream car. Okay, the most realistic car that I could have is a Ford Raptor or a Ford Velociraptor. The difference between the two is, one, you upgrade in Texas for $15,000, which would be the kind that I prefer. Um, because it has like 20-inch suspension and all. It's really a nice, big, beefy truck. I drive a Ford Explorer, like an old one, like from 1999. So it's a boxy car. So, and I grew up with all the outdoorsy stuff, and all my uncles and a lot of family members that I have own trucks and big cars. So I really like that. So I would love to own a Ford Velociraptor one day. That'd be kind of my ideal car. I don't like cars that ride really low to the ground, like any of the sedans. Even my sister drives our old minivan. Rides too low for me, and the windshield's too big, and I have a lot of complaints with that car. But that'd be the car I'd want. My dream car, I'll do too. I'll have one of that. Any muscle car, like the Ford Mustang, the Chevy Camaro, the Dodge Charger. I like all those cars. Biggest dream car, a Lamborghini Gallardo SC. It goes like up to 235 miles an hour, but it costs over $200,000. So, like, I would love to get one of those. And after seeing Logan, I might want a Fisker Karma one day. I wouldn't chrome it like Justin Bieber did, but a black Fisker Karma looks nice. Don't know how I would afford it, but it looks nice. Kudos to him for having two. Favorite flower. We have a little garden out front, and we have snapdragons in it, which are small little flowers. I really like those, because ours are like pink and orange and yellow, so they're really pretty. So snapdragons have to be my favorite kind of flower. Gotta readjust my hat here, it's falling down. Favorite kind of music. Right now I listen to a lot of mainstream pop, like Rihanna, Gaga, Katy Perry, Big Time Rush. It's mainstream pop. But I grew up listening to country music. We didn't listen to any of the top 40 stations back in the day, because I really don't think there were any. This genre has kind of evolved in the last decade. But I listened to like a lot of Brad Paisley, Toby Keith, Alan Jackson, Brooks and Dunn, Reba McEntire. Yeah, Reba McEntire, Martina McBride. I listened to a lot of them growing up. So if I don't like anything on my top 40 stations, because I'm crazy in the car, I always flick between like 3 radio stations. Because they play a lot of Adele on the radio. Adele was nice in the beginning, but she's so overplayed on the radio stations I listen to. Don't like it anymore. There's certain Rihanna songs I'll tolerate. Certain songs just sound cruddy. So I'm not a huge fan of like all mainstream pop. There's certain songs that I really like and certain songs I absolutely hate and loathe. So country music's always good. Been listening to a lot of Lone Star, because they're going on a reunion tour. Which they were a great band back in the day, walking in Memphis. I'm already there. Mr. Mom used to jam to that song in the car. The only country music actually that I really don't like is Red Solo Cup by Toby Keith. Song ruined him. I am an old Toby Keith fan, like Good to Go to Mexico, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Couple other older songs by him that I can't remember right now, which I'm going to kill myself over later. Who's Your Daddy? That's it. But all the older Toby Keith songs I absolutely loved. And can't stand the recent crud he just put out. Sorry if you like that song, but I hate it. Favorite sport besides horse racing? Don't race horses. Doesn't apply to me. But I bowl, like, competitively. You could say I used to be on a league. I can't do it this year because I'm going an hour and a half away for college. But own my own bowling balls and gear and stuff. It's coming to college with me. Hopefully I can find a set of lanes up there so I can keep practicing. But bowling is a good sport for me. I like it. Full Monty, great guy. He's going to go far. Weber, Kelly Kulick, I haven't heard a lot from, but there are lots of good bowlers that I follow. Favorite author? Cassandra Clark. She does the Immortal Instruments series, and Becca Fitzpatrick. She did the Hush Hush series. Love those books. Favorite book? I like Silence from the Hush Hush series better than the first two. Those, love it. Can't wait for the next one to come out. My friend follows like certain authors, and she knows when all these books are coming out. October, baby. Can't wait. Or any of the Immortal Instruments. My friend Danny got me hooked on them. Just read City of Lost Souls when it came out. Love it. She actually has the books that I bought because it was my gift to her. Let's see. Favorite movie? Finding Nemo. I don't watch movies very often. I think the last movie I went out to see in theaters was the Katy Perry Part of Me movie with my friends like last week, which was fun. I enjoyed it. Nearly cried when they talked about a divorce, but it was a good movie. I don't watch movies very often. I think my favorite would have to be Finding Nemo because they are actually releasing a sequel to it in 2016. So if you're part of that group on Facebook that wants the sequel to Finding Nemo, it's coming. Can't wait. Favorite actor? James Maslow. The first time I recorded this, I was sitting in my room. I have to watch my dog because she hurt herself while my sister's out washing her car. But I had a poster of James behind me, so if it was behind me, I'd show you it. But James is one of my favorite actors. Any of the VTR guys, they're great. Kendall's doing really good for acting. Let's see. Well, yeah, Kendall, because I saw his Without a Trace episode. Like, I looked it up when I found out he was on it. Very good. Jeffrey Donovan, Burn Notice, he's good. He can keep a very straight face through a lot. It's good. Sorry about the car horn that just sounded. Favorite actress? Selena Gomez. I don't see a lot of movies again. Selena Gomez was good in the last movie I saw her in. Favorite ice cream flavor? Chocolate chip cookie dough. Shout it out. Second place, Mackinac Island Fudge by Cedar Crust. It's a Wisconsin brand. I don't know if you've tried it. If you haven't, got it. It's deliciously delectable. But that was good. Tried it at work. It was awesome. Favorite quote? This one kind of applies to me. I used this my senior quote. Best friends are hard to find, harder to leave, and impossible to forget. I've had a lot of friends kind of, leave me behind in the past, or we've all gone in different directions, and kind of fits my situation. I never forget any of my best friends. I remember the kid I used to have a crush on was best friend because he lived across the street back in, I think it was like second grade. His name was Will. Don't know where he moved to. Favorite bird? The hummingbird. We have a hummingbird feeder in my dining room. Watch the hummingbirds a lot. Pretty. Favorite dog breed? My dog, she's sitting right here. I think I've shown her in another video. But yeah, this is my puppy here. Yeah, see? That's Rosie. She's a lot of a mutt. We don't know what she is. She's supposed to be a poodle, but don't really know. She's a medical mess. But it's like, I like poodles. My aunt has a little Yorkie. I love the Yorkie. Gotta go with James Alaskan Creek High. I think a husky would be too big, but I like Fox. Fox is adorable. Fox is the most adorable dog in the world. Favorite cat breed? Don't like cats. So I really couldn't tell you. Never had good experiences with cats. So, nothing. Favorite kind of cheese? I know Angie struggled with this one, so I'm just gonna, rub it in her face. I live in the dairy state, so perfect answer for this question. It's called Lorraine cheese. If everybody knows what Swiss cheese is, it's kind of a harsher flavored cheese. If you like something really strong, it's good if it's aged right. But Lorraine cheese is a very mild version of Swiss. It doesn't have that really harsh flavor to it. So I really like it. Let's see. Favorite TV show? I am hooked on Burn Notice right now. The last episode was on last night. Michael's brother just died. I hate the guy who shot him because we don't know who did it. Even if the guy killed Anson. I don't care. You killed his brother. His brother has a wife and kids. So I can't wait for the next episode because they just got the guy who burned him, and now we have to figure out who killed his brother. And I can't wait. So I'm seriously addicted right now. Ideal vacation spot. I like going up north. A lot of woods. Like hunting and fishing. A lot. Just did that this week. Caught huge crappie, if you know what they are. Chippewa flowage, people. Big crappie. See. I would love to go to, I've been to Florida a lot. Love to go to Hawaii at some point. California, me and my friend are planning a trip to California in 2 years. Maybe we'll see the guys there when we go. If we do, we will definitely get video of it. Would you or have you bungee jumped? Haven't done it. I would love to. Just seems like a cool thing to do. Would you or have you skydived? I would love to go skydiving as well. I think it'd just be kind of fun. It's like my old chemistry teacher did it. He had a good time. Figured if he can survive, so can I. So, do that. Would you or have you swim with sharks? I swam with dolphins back in Florida one year. I have a picture of it in my room, and I would run to get it, but it would take too long, and you'd just be sitting in front of the camera for a while. So, and you get to see the picture behind me. But I don't think that equates to swimming with sharks. I'd like to do it if I was in a cage, but I think it'd be cool. Favorite or lucky number? 212. As odd as it sounds, I've had good memories in room 212 at school. I used to run unexcused absence slips, and my old crush was in that room. He's a complete jerk. I want to use such strong language about him right now, but I really can't. Because my YouTube is family friendly. Let's see. Silver or gold? Silver. I think I have sterling silver on right now. Gold doesn't go very well with my wardrobe. Wear a lot of colors that gold just doesn't go good with. So, silver goes great with anything. I would show you guys it. I have a Choose on 80 necklace. Like one of the black ones that Kendall's mom makes. And I left it up north when we went on vacation. I was so upset. It had a little sterling silver compass on it. And I'd be wearing it right now. I always wear either this one or that one. That one primarily now, but it's getting mailed back to me today. I'm so upset. I really wish I'd paid more attention to where it was. When I pulled my laptop off the table, knocked it on the floor as we were leaving. Had to call and have them find it. Catnap or power nap? Power naps are very common in my house. My dad power naps every day after work. I don't nap. Just don't. I think the longest time I've slept when I wasn't supposed to, I went on a mission trip like a month ago, and we had like a 16-hour coach bus ride home. Coach buses are nice, just so you know. I slept on the floor for like 3 hours span because we'd stop like every 3 or 4 hours, like lunch break, breakfast break, dinner break, stretch break, just so we can get up and off the bus. And I slept in between every single one of those breaks under the seats on the bus. It might not have been glamorous. My sister had a terrible picture of me sleeping, and she posted it on my Facebook page too. But longest I've slept when I wasn't supposed to. Favorite fruit? I like Macintosh apples. Those are good. Not much of a fruit person though. Just putting it out there. Favorite vegetable? Garden fresh carrots with, like, if you wash them off really good and have them with ranch dip, that's good. Favorite cartoon or cartoon character? Stopped watching cartoons a long time ago. If I had to pick one, the only one I can remember right now is Sandy Cheeks from SpongeBob. And the only reason I picked Sandy is because she's a hardcore girl, like I am. So, not afraid of much. I like a nitty-gritty. And so does Sandy. So. Biggest pet peeve. At the moment, construction. I don't like it. It woke me up this morning. And add to the fact that they closed off my street and intersection. Not happy. I work at a senior care facility. When residents indecisive, I know they can't help it, but don't like that. Don't like when I'm working at a certain speed and because I need to get things done, people aren't keeping up with me when they're supposed to. Don't like that either. What would you consider your greatest accomplishment? Well, it would be a mission trip thing. I was in Tennessee 2 years ago. Ripley, to be specific. It was very hot and just uncomfortable. Me and my 5 other people on my crew, as well as the 10 other people we got, 12 other people we got on the last day, we painted scraped, primed, and painted the whole exterior of a 2-story house in 3.5 days. Proud of that. Very much so. Because that wasn't where we were supposed to be originally. We got moved to the second day and couldn't work on our original place. So we had to go and work on that house, and we started a day late. So, you know, it was a good accomplishment in 120-degree heat every single day. Biggest fear or phobia? Don't like spiders or bugs. I can tolerate them, but I really started loathing spiders when I woke up one night and I kind of rolled over and there's a spider on the wall, like right next to my face. But don't like bugs. But I'm not a huge crowd person. Just never liked that kind of thing, but not much fun. Name something they couldn't pay you enough to do, ever. Stick my hand in a box of bugs. I've seen that or eat something like really disgusting. I'm not an adventurous eater. Like I've seen Fear Factor like in the past, and anything on Fear Factor you probably wouldn't be able to pay me to do. Nope. Something weird or unusual you like to eat. I'm not an unusual eater, so I don't really have an answer to that one. Sorry. Can you speak more than one fluent language? I speak Spanish pretty well. Got us to Spanish 4 in school, but other than that, nothing else. Favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Just to be random. Maybe T-Rex from, like, Meet the Robinson, where he's like, I have a big head and little arms. That thing. Like the T-Rex, too. If you could live in any other state, which would it be? Nothing would really work besides Wisconsin, because we don't get a ton of severe weather. It doesn't get incredibly cold in the winter, and it doesn't get super hot in the summer compared to this summer where you have a drought. But anything else is too humid, too hot, too wet. Maybe California. I'd live with my aunt, because she lives in Murrieta, California, which is like by San Diego, I think, or San Francisco, south of Los Angeles, but like that area. If you could live in any other country, which would be? Italy. Here the food's amazing. I'd like to go to England as well. Accents. Guys who speak with British accents are amazing. Favorite candy bar? Take 5. If you know what a Take 5 bar is, or a Tux bar, love it. Roller skating over ice skating, because I used to do that a lot. Water skiing or snow skiing? Water skiing. We have a boat. It's a fishing boat primarily. We don't have the equipment to water ski or anything, but like doing that. Would love to try it. If you could have any other job, what would it be? I'm already kind of a waitress. I'd want to be a waitress for my part-time job. I'm going to be studying to be a lab technician. Like I do blood draws and cell analysis. So that's what I want to do. Favorite board game? I'm playing Monopoly on my iPod. Against my iPod. But it's fun. Favorite smell of scent? Fresh apples. It's really nice. Like my friend has hand sanitizer that smells like fresh apples. Love that. Favorite wild animal? I like the cheetah. I have a little figurine from when I was like obsessed when I was 10. Do you know how to play chess? No, I don't. Never been into chess much. Favorite wonder of the world? I don't know if Stonehenge is a wonder of the world, but I like it. Never been there. Love to. Anything in Rome would be cool too, like the Parthenon, or any of those structures. That'd be great. Favorite villain? Don't watch too many superhero stuff. Just don't, so I wouldn't really know how to answer that question. Well, I could say Anson from Burn Notice, but he's dead. So, couldn't really do much with that one. Favorite hero? I'm wearing my Mario, like, green mushroom getup, so I'd have to say Mario. Mario's cool. Yeah. If you could travel back to any era in time, what should it be? I would love to go to the 1920s. No, everybody was rich back then before the crash. Sure, the music was good. I could probably drink legally. But, you know, I don't drink anyways, so, except for church, but that doesn't really count. So, made a joke with my friend about that one. As odd as it seems, we were just talking in study hall one day, and she's like, hey, I imagine you're going to be a big party kid in school. You're going to get drunk every single night. I was just like, please, I only drink the blood of Jesus. And we got in trouble for laughing too hard. As bad as that sounds. It was, like, awesome. My favorite holiday. I'm going to have to go with Labor Day. Most outside of the U.S., people don't really know what that is. It's a holiday for public unions. My mom and dad are both public union members, so every year we get to march in a parade through Milwaukee. If that gives you any hint as to where I live outside of Milwaukee, in Wisconsin. And we get to walk through the city chanting random stuff in awful t-shirts every year. And I get to go and I get to have barbecued pork with chive and sour cream and onion chive fries every year. Can't do it this year because that's my freshman orientation day to college. But they're sending me my t-shirt, so still get to keep my ugly t-shirt. But that is about it for my questions. I'm sorry I'm not taking anyone at the end of this. I'm going to be hopefully uploading that new chapter on fan fiction later this week, hopefully by Sunday, because I kind of actually just figured out where I was going with it on the way home in the car yesterday before I fell asleep. So hopefully that'll go good. But other than that, I'm sorry this has been an insanely long video. I had a lot to talk about. But hopefully we'll stay in touch. Shaka.